Project, it was behind schedule, and the stakeholders were losing faith in the IT team. There were no business requirements, no test cases, and yet tests, site to production. There was a mandatory go live 8 weeks away, and the solution just needed to work. We've been in a similar situation. Sometimes there's a sales pitch saying this project will make your career, and sometimes you're just voluntold for the position. You need to be prepared when you're on a project that has gone significantly off course. Look at the steps you need to take in order to steer these challenging projects into port safely and build your reputation as someone who can get the job done even when the sailing is tough. So our objectives for today are to meet the crew and assemble the right team with the right skills, understand the project GPS, of course, and then navigate change successfully. And while you need to have an idea of what the project is about, in my opinion, it's good to meet your team without knowing everything about the project. I find that project managers are more apt to listen if they don't know everything, and if you think you already understand the project 100% and you have all the answers, it's not likely you will really hear your team. Talk about the different team members, the project team members, the stakeholders, and the project sponsors. There are things we need to do when engaging our project team. Get to know them. Second, assess their skills, and that will tell us if there's any gaps in skills. And finally, we need to get the wrong people off our team. The first step is understanding each individual status. And if the project's troubled, we need to know how is their morale. Things have been going significantly off course. There's likely a morale issue. The individual's work going within the project, and things would they like to see change. One of my favorite techniques to do this is to ask what they would like to start happening, what would they like to see to stop happening, and what would they like to continue on the project. So start, stop, and continue. Challenging in today's world, our teams can be geographically diverse, making team building challenging. So what I'd like you to do in the comment box that's just me that's hearing the menu. For you? I was going forward, it's just all of a sudden an operator came on my phone saying press *6, and so, okay, if we're good, then I'll keep going.
Okay. Yep, you're good.
So in the comment box, can you post some techniques you use to connect with remote team members? So what are some ways that you have connected with remote team members? Anybody have thoughts on that? So we have alone. We do stand-ups where folks look at the work. That's a good one because then you're always connecting with the team. Slide, which contains information and pictures of the remote team. Meeting, video conferencing, web link. Yep, these are all good. Other instant messaging, sending pictures, visit quarterly in person and on site. Yeah, those are all great ways to build a relationship with the team members. And obviously, really what the important thing is realizing that even though you're you're geographically dispersed, it's important to build personal relationships with these team members. And in my opinion, if it's possible, you need to do what you can to meet team members in person. I firmly believe that taking the time to travel up front and create a great connection if you join a troubled project is important. And it's true whether you join a troubled project or any new project kickoff, because building those relationships up front and in person can pay dividends when the project hits a roadblock. For me personally, I have a no-nonsense and sometimes overbearing personality. And in the past, I found this makes me intimidating. And so team members don't always tell me what's on their mind. They feel intimidated to approach me and things like that I've seen in the past. But what I found was if I took the time to personally meet them, that I would break down the barriers and open the lines of communication. Because once they knew me as a person, no longer did they find me intimidating. Not always possible for different situations. And so if you can't travel, I really think you need to schedule one-on-one time with each team member to get to know them. I think it's important to not only share about yourself professionally, but personally as well, because they're more likely to connect with you when you open up beyond your work life. About their time with the company and what they enjoy doing. And I really think it's important to ask a little bit about their personal life. What hobbies do they enjoy? What do they do for fun? If you spend time getting familiar with them before ever talking about the project specifically, they feel that you care about them. And if people feel that you care about them, they're more likely to be engaged. About them, I would ask them what things are going well on the project, and then whether there was anything that could be changed to make their job easier or the project run more smoothly. It's important here that you don't make promises to change the world yet. Just gather the information from the team and let them know that you're going to work to remove roadblocks and obstacles for them. But at this point, when you just join the team, you take a full assessment before you start changing everything. Steve says, seek first to understand, then to be understood. And I think this is a perfect example of what we do when we join a new project. Team, it's important to assess the skills present within the team. And we can divide these into two areas, technical skills and then character and interpersonal skills. Any personality and strength tests you can buy that are out there and exist, but the key with any of them is really gaining a better understanding of yourself and individuals around you. It's an awareness. And if you don't have access to tests, you can ascertain a lot of people's interests and abilities through a conversation. Like these, you like to volunteer for, what makes you excited to go to work each day, what has been the best project you've led, and what you enjoy about your current position, and what have you enjoyed about past positions, can give you insight into what people think. So just take 30 seconds and think about this for yourself. Answer these questions about yourself. Think about your answers. Do you see any trends?